rise if you're willing and able for our opening hymn.
Okay, this is number 1003 in the Teal book. This is a sort of a layered, almost like a round. So let's learn these lines together real quick. We'll start with number 3 because it's the easiest, it's the most straightforward. So it goes like this. Mystery, mystery, life is a burden and a mystery. Mystery, mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery. Okay, very good. And then let's do line number 2. That's the next easiest. So it starts a little higher. It starts, so we were just, wow, it's really early in the morning. My inner ear is not quite online yet. There we go. That's where it is. Where do we come from? And really simple, right? Let's do that again just for kicks. Here we go. Where do we come from? Okay. And let's do number 4. Right there. Where do we come from? Where are we going? Again. Where do we come from? Where are we going? Okay. And then number 1. This one has some fun syncopation in it. It goes like this. Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Okay, so usually when we do these kinds of things, I kind of divide us up, like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. I'm going to let you all pick which line you're going to do. We're going to let this be, as long as we don't all pick the same one, then we'll be okay. But if we'll do these in the order we just did. So we'll start with number 3. This is like our drum groove here. So here we go. Line number 3. 1 and 2 and mystery, mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery. Mystery, mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery. Line 2. Where do we come from? Where do we come from? Where do we come from? Where are we going? Where do we come from? Where going. Okay, here we go. Ready and go. And there we go, yes. Now just fade out from the sides of the room to the center. Yeah. Okay, that was a really fast fade out.
Very good. You may be seated.
Come, whoever you are. You are welcome here. No matter your age, your size, the color of your eyes, your hair, or your skin, you are welcome here. No matter your gender, whom you love, how you speak, or whatever your abilities, you are welcome here. You are welcome whether you are welcome here whether you come with laughter in your heart or tears in your eyes. No matter what you have experienced in the past, no matter what awaits you in the future, you are welcome here. Whether you believe in God all of the time, some of the time, or none of the time, you are welcome here. This is a community of open minds, loving hearts, and willing hands. Good morning. My name is Matthew Morris. I am my pronouns are he, him, and I'm a tall white man in blue today with a nice white beard. It is my privilege to serve as worship associate for this morning's service. Our worship leader this morning is the lovely Reverend Lora. And this week, we are sharing our plate with the Friends of the Great Salt Lake. Thanks for your support. Now for a few additional announcements. Summer Park dates are August 16th through September 13th. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. All services will be in Murray Park Pavilion 2. There's a space in the center of the pavilion for lawn chairs, so feel free to bring a comfortable seat or join us on the picnic tables. And Susan has an announcement.
I'm Susan. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the Director of Religious Exploration for the children and youth. And I just wanted so we're going to be doing a little summer camp for kids that are emerging into kindergarten and sixth grade. It's going to be July 16th and 17th. And that's a Thursday and Friday. We're going to do it from 10 to 2 for those 2 days. And because it's in July, we're just going to do some water games and we'll have crafts and they'll have a lot of fun. We'll give them lunch and it'll be a really good time. Let's see. What else? Oh, the QR code. $35 registration per family, and that QR code takes you through to Breeze. So on Breeze, you have a form that you can fill out to sign up. And you can always reach out to me if you have questions. Thank you.
Let us take a moment now to fully arrive and welcome one another with joy. Oh, but before we do that, we're going to say hi to the Zoom congregation. So everybody turn around and look and wave. And then let's say hi to everybody.
Please rise as you're willing and able for our gathering hymn, an old familiar, number 188, Come, whoever you are.
Good round number. Okay,
You all know this one.
here we go. Come, come, whoever you are.
Sing it much faster.
Oh, okay.
You may be seated.
Oh, goodness.
Welcome to the annual church picnic. I think I should take a moment to say it's clear that I do control the weather, just not in the way I expect to. Though it might rain on us. But thank you for your willingness to pivot and return to indoors. We all know that the weather and the smoke is unpredictable here in Utah. I am the Reverend Lora Young, and my pronouns are she and her. I'm a tall white woman with shoulder-length red hair and purple glasses, and I am wearing tan and a fun shawly thing. And as we get ready to light our chalice, I open our time of worship with the following poem by Mary Oliver, one probably familiar to you, entitled Summer Day. And she writes, "Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean. The one who has flung herself out of the grass, the one who is eating sugar out of my hand, who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, who is gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I've been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? In that spirit, let us light our chalice. You may remain seated today in a pose of rest and restoration. Our chalice lighter this morning is, you. Okay, perfect. Matthew will be quietly lighting our chalice. We light this chalice for the warmth of love, for the light of truth, and for the energy of action and the flames of resistance for the purposes of liberation.
Maybe. The wick is like gone.
That's creative. That will work for a few minutes at least, until we light ourselves on fire. Okay. I'd like to invite Susan to come forward right now. It's time for our annual appreciation of our religious exploration teachers.
I want to express appreciation to all of our teachers for whomever is here. I know we have 2 of our child care workers are downstairs right now watching some of your little ones that are downstairs. So everybody else who helps with the children, either as a teacher, a volunteer that helps with me downstairs. Trying to see who's here. I know Cinnamon. So if my teachers could come up just so we can say appreciation. And this threw me off today, so I don't have your little gifties, but I will get that to you. I feel like there's more of you that helped me downstairs. I didn't see Melissa today. Well, I know there's more of you that help with events and help with things. She's like, no, I'm not coming up. Yeah. Well, our program would not be possible without our teachers. And so we really wanted to take this moment, and I'm so sorry that I forgot your gifts today. With the change in plans, it kind of threw me off. But our program is not possible. The amount of work and time Cinnamon works with the youth, along with Leo and Aspen, who are not here today, and also Peggy, who I do not see here today either. Oh, she's online, Peggy, yes. And they pretty much take the program and run with it. I just support them as much as they can, but we have an amazing team that works with the youth, and they're here and they make sure that everything is running smoothly, and I so appreciate for everything that you do. And then we have our teachers, so appreciate. I know, there really are a lot more. We may have to do this again. So you guys can really see how many people back up the children and youth program. But the teachers are amazing. They get on and they choose when they can help and teach a lesson, and they work very well on them on their own, preparing lessons. I just make sure they have what they need, but we really do have amazing backing for everyone. It would be a good idea maybe to do it again when we have more people here. So if anybody is interested in working with children or youth, we are always looking for volunteers, for teachers. We have events coming up like the summer camp that we can use help with. So I don't know, do we do? Thank you. Yes.
I know it's not as evident today, but there are probably close to 30 different adults that help in the religious exploration program over the course of the year. And that has allowed us to grow our children's program. When I got here in 2020, it was the middle of COVID, and our children's program was 2 families, the Debbings and the Roberts, and then occasional other children that would come. And it was very vibrant before COVID. And so now we're back to sort of pre-COVID levels of having 25, 30 children on a Sunday morning and 50 or 60 enrolled. So like we are healthy and vibrant, and it is because of all of your commitment and your desire as a community to have a thriving children's program. So thank you for all the ways that you have supported and continue to support, even if it's not as a teacher specifically at this point, because we feel that and we know that as a community. Let's sing our children out. We have some activities for them, planting seeds in pots and being on the playground today in celebration of summer. So please join me in singing our children out. Maybe Randall can give us a pitch, or maybe we just all know it. Love, prepare me to the sanctuary, strong and loving, tried and true, with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary.
This community, our church, and its many ministries are only made possible by the gifts you give of your time, your talent, and your treasure. Many of you pledge monthly to support our work, and for this, we are grateful. Your gifts help to ensure that we are able to live our values of love and justice in the world outside. Part of our ministry at South Valley includes sharing our Sunday worship offerings with charitable organizations that align with our principles and values. This week, we conclude our sharing of the plate with the Friends of the Great Salt Lake. Please join me in reading our offertory words. They're here on the monitor. We are this church. We are its hands, its heart, its voice. Together, we share the wealth of this community and sustain it with our gifts. We will now accept the offering. For those at home, you are invited to use the giving link in the online order of service. Those of you here are as well. And I see my ushers.
For all we have found the courage to give, may we be truly grateful. May these gifts be a blessing on the ongoing work of South Valley and on the saving work of the Friends of the Great Salt Lake for all of us. I invite you just to be in a time of quiet reflection, meditation, and prayer, and I will send you off into this meditation with the following invitation. May you hear deeply underneath all the turmoil that is modern life, a call to remain still and wild in your heart. I invite you to take a moment just to see if you can feel that quiet call of wildness and freedom that is beyond the domestication and the capitalization of your time, that remains uniquely you. Truly the earth calls out. Truly the earth calls out for our wild and free participation. Let us grok in fullness. Amen. Change of plans. We're going to do Joys and Sorrows, not his reading. So we haven't done Joys and Sorrows in a few weeks, and we're going to do Joys and Sorrows now, which is our time of silent meditation with one another in community. You're invited to approach either of the bowls, one here at the front and another at the back. And if you're in our online community, the chat boxes are offering to you a place to store your joys and sorrows. If you're here in the sanctuary, please approach, add a stone to the water for either a joy or a sorrow that is present in your life, or today, maybe that wild heart of yours that just wants to be remembered can be your stone that you place today. And we will have some lovely underground music that Randall didn't know he was playing and is now going to make up for us. Yeah, okay. All right, let's go. a stone for those in our online community to connect our joys and sorrows to theirs, and a final stone for that which remains still felt in the heart but unsaid in words.
I love joys and sorrows. I find it special. Thank you for participating in that today. This is a reading. This is written by John Ruskin. There is religion in everything around us, a calm and holy religion in the unbreathing things in nature. It is a meek and blessed influence, stealing in, as it were, unaware upon the heart. It comes quickly and without excitement. It has no terror, no gloom. It does not rouse up the passions. It is untrammeled by creeds. It is written on the arched sky. It looks out from every star. It is on the sailing cloud and in the invisible wind. It is among the hills and valleys of the earth, where the shrubless mountaintop pierces the thin atmosphere of eternal winter, or where the mighty forest fluctuates before the strong wind with its dark waves of green foliage. It is spread out like a legible language upon the broad face of an unsleeping ocean. It is the poetry of nature. It is that which uplifts the spirit within us and which opens to our imagination a world of spiritual beauty and holiness.
We are on the precipice, or just past it, one would say, of the summer season. The solstice was last weekend, and now we are fully in the embrace of summer. I don't know about you, but the air is different now. Things are blooming. The air is a little smoggy some days, but that's typical for here in Utah. But the days are at their longest. We are invited somehow to spend more time outdoors, gathering and celebrating with one another. School is officially over, our gardens are in and growing, and we are looking towards planning trips, perhaps vacations, reunions, parties, all those things that we look forward to in the summer season. And so also is the church year wrapping up. This is traditionally sort of the last Sunday of the church year, and religious education is pausing. Our choir goes on break. Many of our committees and our small groups go quiet over the summer. And historically, this has been what churches have done. Historically, in a more rural time, in a time when there was like no air conditioning and gathering indoors would have been impossible. Though maybe they still did that. I don't know, they just suffered more than we do at that point. Churches often closed completely for the summer and then resumed in the fall. And so even though we don't do that anymore, there still is this sort of feeling of the seasons are shifting and changing, and so ought our behavior change in response to that. So even now, though school doesn't start, now school starts early. It starts in August 12th, in some districts here in Utah, which is a travesty for me, because I think it should start post-Labor Day. There is an opportunity, I think here to rest and to renew at the start of this change of season, especially since we live in a culture that prizes our productivity, to the point of equating our worth with our output. The idea of being productive, this can come in the form of being super fit, super wealthy, super creative, super anything, really. The idea that if it is a general good, then maximizing it must be better is sort of the rule of the land in our modern culture. This, of course, creates an excellent set of conditions for the marketing of products and services to help us to achieve this perfection that we all know is lurking somewhere deep inside of us. And it directly links our worth to our effort and our achievement of said perfection. The result in reality, though, is often a pervasive and prevalent sense of exhaustion and despair for all that we can't somehow magically achieve by just working at it harder and longer. That in reality, we are complex, multifaceted creatures that are not made to achieve perfection, that are rather made to live, to love, to enjoy, and to celebrate. Our output is not an indicator of our worth. That is the cultural lie. And it is actually something that is directly opposed to our principles as Unitarian Universalists, in which we strongly believe and live into the value of the inherent worth and dignity of all people. That includes our own worth and dignity as separate from our productivity. We believe here that we do not have to earn our worth, that being exhausted and stressed out all the time is not, in fact, the goal of a human life. One of the ways that we can resist these traps of the culture is to seek to ground ourselves in a different set of rhythms. One way, of course, that I love to promote is coming to church on Sundays, because this is a place where you can be surrounded by people who are asking and answering similar questions to you, who are seeking for a way to live, not in a productivity culture, but to live a full and resplendent and fulfilled life. Another way is to remember that your life is actually your own. That beyond your commitments and your responsibilities, you remain a wonderfully wild little human. And your wild-eyed and open-hearted observer is ready to embrace the change of the season that is upon us. Because that is your birthright as a human being, no exceptions. There is a part of you deep within that delights in the rapid shift from sun to storm here in the Mountain West, that pauses to watch the bee pollinate the flower, the fruit to begin to bloom on the tree in your neighborhood, and the sense that as your garden thrives, so do you. This change of seasons can be a wonderful way also to mark time, to make meaning, and to return again to our connections to one another and to the life that is all around us. This is why we host seasonal celebrations. It's a way of marking time and of regrounding ourselves into the deeper rhythms of life. In the fall, we harvest. In the winter, we rest and store up energy. In the spring, we plant. And in the summer, we dance within the bloom of the earth. So, while we no longer close our doors for the summer season, there does remain a tradition of rest from the labor in order to enjoy the summer season that is upon us. Let us embrace this shift as a time to do less in order to return to do more. This is not an absence of church. Church still happens. It just happens in a quieter, more celebratory, more open-hearted way. It is an opportunity for you to use that time that maybe you would devote to committee work, to Sabbath work. Now, I know Sabbath is one of those big words in our culture that can often have multiple meanings, and yet has also even been compromised by the cultural milieu that would say that everyone deserves a Sabbath. And I would push against that and say, you don't deserve a Sabbath, because Sabbath is not something you have to earn. Sabbath is something that you just get to have as a human being. We can reframe this idea of Sabbath outside of productivity culture, not just as something that happens once a week, but as something that can happen every time you take a pause in your day. Is it every time you take a moment to encourage and to engender an awareness of your own inner observer. And from that, your spirit begins to enliven and to grow. Sabbath is a human right, not a privilege that is earned. Sabbath is also something that allows us to be interconnected, not just to one another, but to all other creatures, breathing and not breathing, though it has been said that the rocks do indeed breathe, just very slowly. The earth does not bloom all year long, does it? It requires each of our seasons for its own balance to be maintained. So too, our spirits require fallow ground to stay fertile. And if I may suggest that to ignore the bloom of the earth that is upon us right now will be to reject the love that the earth has for all of us. We spend a lot of time in our culture right now, especially on the liberal side, worried about climate change and our guilt and our shame for having participated and contributed to that. And while that has its place, this place of action and renewal and effort to restore the balance, it is not meant to make us feel like we are not loved and lovable. I believe that the earth loves us just as much as we love it. That just as we thrill at the sight of an apple coming from its blossom, that the earth thrills at the feel of our feet in its grasses, and the in-breath and the out-breath of exchange that we participate in, just as the trees do. We are made to live, to love, to laugh, and to enjoy as much as we are meant to support, to care, to tend, and to make things better. Every single prophetic tradition has within it a seed of the wilderness as a place of rest and renewal. And most of the prophetic teachers that have come to us over the ages spend time in the wilderness, honing and receiving and refining their call. Moses, Elijah, the Buddha, Krishna, Muhammad, Jesus, all of them spend time in the wilderness. The desert mothers from the Middle Ages, when women were finally afforded a place for spiritual renewal, however temporary that was. Each and all of them find rest and renewal in the wildness. Outside the comforts of home and community, they meet the God of their understanding. And this time spent resting, doing nothing productive, unleashes a deeper knowing within them. And that is what I am inviting us to consider in whatever small way you can during this summer period that we're entering, to try and find that for yourselves, to embrace this change of season in a way that is renewing and refreshing to you. And allow that to be, in its own way, a holy rebellion, an act of resistance for the purposes of liberation, as we say so often around here. By stopping and pausing, reflecting and enjoying, these are the very pathways that allow us to be whole and to be dignified in the first place. Stopping is an act of defiance within a system that commodifies our time. When we rest, we claim our own inherent worth. So, Sabbath is my call and my response to you for these next couple of months. I invite you to find ways each and every day, or at least once over the course of the summer, to rest and renew. And it can be small. Perhaps take your morning coffee out on the front porch. Perhaps spend a few minutes when you would otherwise be scrolling on Instagram, just contemplating your indoor plants for a moment and talking to them. Perhaps it is just taking time to finish that knitting project that you have long neglected, or it is cooking that delicious food for yourself, fresh from the farmer's market, or from your garden, if that is how you are inclined. Whatever small way that you can find, it doesn't have to be a big plan. Don't make this work in its own way. Allow the universe, allow the world to show you where the moments of rest are, where the moments of renewal are, and then write them down and share them on Sunday when you come and gather with one another. And in this way, you'll actually be participating in one of the sources of Unitarian Universalism, the direct experience of transcending mystery and wonder. For underneath all of our theologies is an invitation to remember that your sense of wonder is powerful, necessary, and real. So, are you ready to make that commitment? Yes, okay. Yes. The work of community and of justice is ongoing, and Sabbath is a direct and responsible way of living into your sense of self, your faith, and your humanity. Remember that the covenant of church is enduring, whether there are lots of programs or very few programs, that it is the gathering in community that makes the difference in the daily push and pull of our culture. So, go forth, rest, renew, enjoy, celebrate, pick those green beans or those flowers that are growing in your yard or your neighbor's yard if they don't mind. Go up into the hills and hike if that is your way. Spend time by the riverside. Call that friend that you've been thinking to call and just be present with yourself, healing toward the whole and trusting that whoever you are, however you came into this day, you are already holy, whole, and fully blessed. Blessed be and amen. Let's sing with one another. Well, actually, we're going to extinguish our chalice first. That's fine. And our candle did last the entire time, which is a miracle. So please stand as you're willing and able for the extinguishing of our chalice. And remember that we do have a potluck after this, even though it was not officially at Murray Park. Everyone did bring their food. So we're downstairs, and you can go out to the playground as well and enjoy outside. So we extinguish this chalice, but not the warmth of love, the light of truth, or the energy of action. The flames of resistance burn within, and we hold each other in our hearts until we meet again. Let us sing Spirit of Life, number 1023, together.
Spirit of Life is a different number.
Whatever it is.
Everybody pick a song and sing it.
Or sing the one. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots holding close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Blessed be and amen. And let's picnic.